What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Lonely Lone, and we back with another video. It's Story Time Friday.
Story Time Friday.
Hey Lil Lone, if you make me look like a gump ass nigga on this edit, you know I'm gonna let you rock. Cause I've been away from YouTube for a little bit, so we back at it again. Today, we gonna go back to when I was in school. I was a scholar. You know what I'm saying? I was a scholar back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I was a really good student, and I just think that y'all need to know about that side of me. So we gonna go when I first started at MC. Right when I left my first university. I left after 1 year because I was had a 1.7. But that's not what I'm talking about. We're gonna talk about when I was on my arc of being a scholar, and I went to Montgomery College. If y'all from the DMV, y'all know about Montgomery College. So y'all know, if y'all been following the channel, by the way, I hit 100 subscribers. Thank y'all for subscribing. I'm gonna make a thank you video later. For y'all that's been subscribing to me, following me, y'all know that I'm from Prince George's County. That's where I was born and raised. But I did move to Montgomery County later on for about 3 to 4 years. And that is where I went to school at. So after school, I went to Baltimore, went to Morgan for 1 year, came back home, tried to figure out what I was gonna do. So my mom said, just go to MC. And while I was in MC, I had a job. And I went to I had a couple classes. I tried to get a couple classes in Rockville. If y'all know about MC, you can never get a class in Rockville. That joint always full. If you don't apply by June or July, your ass is grass. You're gonna have to go to Germantown. And that's what happened to me. So if you know anything about the area I lived in the boonies. Yeah. Not the boondocks, the boonies. It was farther than the boondocks. It was the boonies. And I'm talking about, there was no bus a mile radius from my mom's house, bro. Where we moved was from like the city, urban area to the boonies. Like, it ain't no bus, transportation, nothing. So the dilemma was, I had a class in the afternoon, like late afternoon. So what I had to do was get up 3 hours. Matter of fact, I think 4 hours before my class. And there was a certain window of time that the ride-on bus came to my mom's neighborhood. So I had one class that I took that was a psychology class. And that was me trying to get back into because I was like an artist back then. I didn't really care about school. I ain't really. So I took this one class that I really liked at Germantown. And I had to get there at 2 every day. But the window is, I think it was like 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Because, like I said, there was only one ride-on bus that was a mile away from my mom's house. And it was for who? No, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. It was for who? The people that go to work. So it only ran during that time period from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And you guessed it, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Because that's when people get off work. But my class was when the joint wouldn't come. So I had to get on the bus at the last bus ride so I could make it. So my butt had to wake up at like 10 o'clock in the morning, get ready, get dressed, then walk 35 to 40 minutes to the bus stop. Yes. Hop on this bus, hopefully catch it at 12 p.m. If I missed it, which I did, because I was a young nigga, you had to take an Uber. And I ain't had no money for no Uber. I was working at Rite Aid. So I had to wake up and get on that bus. Long story short, this is like a finals. Like, this is like near the end of the semester. So I'm doing my final paper, and I was writing a mess out this joint. And I was like, damn, I really about to I'm gonna get a B on this. Cause I was like a little iffy throughout the semester. But you know, I really liked the class, and I had like a C in the class. So I'm like, if I do a really good job on this and I get on time, I'm gonna get a B. So I really wanted to make sure I woke up on time, got there. So I woke up super early at like 9:30, got dressed, got on the bus. Then I had to take a transfer bus once I got to Gaithersburg to Rockville. If y'all know anything about the Lake Forest area, where our Rockville campus is, the bus depot for the mall is right there. So when I was reading the map, it said you take this ride-on bus, get off at Rockville right here, then it will take you to Germantown. Mind you, I'm not used to the area. And the ride-on bus, I ain't gonna lie, Montgomery County, y'all need to fix that. That shit terrible. Like for the Metro bus in PG is top tier. I never rode the bus, which is the PG bus company, but bro, y'all gotta do better. So it was so confusing. It kept saying if you get off at Rockville and you take this second bus, this transfer bus, it should take you to the Germantown campus directly. But I should have knew better than that, because when I got off that bus, and mind you, I had a Smart Trip card that only had $5 on it. So I only had money for those 2 transfer buses. So when I got off that bus and I went on the bus, the transfer bus, it started from Lake Forest. It took me to the opposite way. Like I'm going back home. So I'm passing Rockville. I'm like, hey, let me off. Cause bro, I'm talking about I'm about to be late. And if y'all know, if you are late to your class and you have a final paper, that's a deduction in your score. So I'm like, hey, let me off. Like I gotta get to class. He let me off right in front of Rockville. Like he left Lake Forest, was going back towards Rockville campus, and he stopped right in front of Rockville campus. I was in a rush, but I should have just went to Rockville campus and probably hopped on a shuttle, because that would have took me to the campus. But I didn't know about all that. I was really like, this is my first semester at MC. So I tried to hop back on a ride-on bus. So finally I found a ride-on bus that stopped right in front of Rockville campus, but it was a ride-on. And I didn't have no money to get back on the bus. So when I saw Slim, and then right away, he's a brother. That's gonna be the focal point of the story, that he was a brother. As soon as I got on that bus, I said, thank God you gave me a brother. Everybody got on. I was the last one to get on because I ain't had no money. So I was like, let me try to like talk to him. I said, hey man, like, I got on a bus. I got on the wrong bus, and I only had money for those 2 transfer, like the 2 buses to get me to Germantown campus, and I just ran out of money. Can you bless me right now? Cause I got a paper I gotta turn in. Bro, this Bama looked me dead in my face and said, you ain't got no change or nothing? I said, nah, I'm sorry. He's like, sorry, young man, you can't ride the bus. So have y'all seen that bus driver video in Philadelphia? That was a meme in like 2013 when he was arguing with that girl and he Kajuken uppercutted her in the bus. Bro, I want to do the reverse of that. I wanted to uppercut him. I wanted to uppercut the bus driver. Because that ain't make no sense. You a black brother seeing a young man. I'm not in the streets. I'm not doing no bullshit. I gave you an honest excuse. You see me with my backpack. You see me with my backpack on. It's hot as shit. It's the summertime, by the way. Or like the end of the summer. It's hot as shit. Oh, no, my bad. Yeah. The summertime. So I might have taken it in the summertime. I think so. It's hot as shit. And I'm like, bro, you really gonna put me out? Like, I said, bro, I'm really trying. Like, this is like the end of the semester for the summer. Like, you not trying to like bless me, bro? Like, this is the last paper I gotta turn in. Like, nah, I can't help you. You gotta get off, bro. Tell me I done hop my black ass off my bus by a black man, and I literally was such in disbelief. I had a quarter in my pocket. I said, damn, this nigga is a bitch. I said, he's the Uncle Ruckus. And then I realized at that point, I was going to be late. It was already 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I was probably 30 minutes away from school at that point to the Germantown campus. So my black ass had to call an Uber. And that Uber took 15 minutes. And then the nigga hopped on the highway. Oh my God. Bro, the nigga hopped on the highway to get me back to Germantown. Bro, I got to class at 3 p.m. I'm strolling in there an hour late. And she just looking at me like. And I'm like trying to explain. I'm like if you know what I went to get here, you would give me a rate. You would give me a extra points. I said, please, like, don't deduct. Bro, she said, I'm sorry, but people come in here with different excuses. I know you probably telling the truth, but I gotta treat everybody fairly. Bro, when I tell you this is my first semester coming back from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I'm already, like, low-key distraught, you feel me? I'm like, dang, I was trying to be an artist. I ain't gonna be an artist right now. My mom said I gotta go back to school. I'm at this job that I gotta wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to do a truck, to load trucks in and freights into a drugstore that I don't even want to be doing. Then I gotta wake up early in the morning, go to the 2-hour class, 2 hour trip. I'm like, ain't this some bro? At that point, I talked to my mom. I said, yo, I gotta move to Silver Spring. It's impossible. And if y'all know downtown Silver Spring, my dad lived in an apartment right next to the campus. I literally could walk the campus. I was like, bro, there's no way. There's no way I can stay here. But that was the most hellacious experience. Yo, that made me never want to ride a bus ever again in my life. But I'm telling y'all, word to advice for y'all youngins, because I was a mentor. Be resourceful. If you gotta do the most to get to school, you not gonna want to go to school. I almost quit. I ain't gonna lie. But I said, let me be resourceful. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really tight with my dad, but I said, maybe there's an opportunity to get cool with him. I asked him, yo, can I stay with you? You know what I'm saying? So I can go to school. He said, hell yeah, your house is my home. The rest of the story is history. I ended up getting a 4.0 in one semester, ended with a 3.5 GPA, got my degree, everything. But more of the story is, man, that's what you gotta go through sometimes to get the success, know them hardships, to how to work through things, and etc. Hey, man, I'm glad y'all enjoyed the story time of the week. I'll be back again next week, like I always am. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all put that bell on, notification, and you like, comment, and subscribe, and share it to y'all close friends, because you know I make it do what it do with the stories and the reactions. And you know my brand that I told y'all about, we just dropped. We got a single dropping August 5th, and I need y'all to really like the channel, follow the channel on Spotify and Apple Music, and make sure y'all put that in y'all liked song list and put it on rotation, run them numbers up for us. Because I'm telling y'all not going to be disappointed in the fall when we start dropping. And I'm coming out with my individual playlist as well for my album. My artistry is going to be cahoots with it. So need y'all to tune in and pay attention. Follow our IG at Brown Sugar, BRWNSUGR. Brown Sugar Band. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tune in with y'all later. It's your boy Lonely Alone, and I'm out. Peace.
I might be underground, but not a rookie. Fuck pop culture, fuck op culture.